What's up, guys? Anxious Cynic here with another long overdue episode of what is now called Anxious Philosophy. It used to be called Miner's Philosophy, and for all purposes of this video, it probably could just be Miner's Philosophy, but I didn't want to limit myself to just Minecraft, so I changed the name, and I think it makes it more broad and open and stuff like that. But anyway, the point is, today, I wanted to talk about confidence. Which I feel a little weird talking about because confidence is honestly something I personally don't have a lot of. Even just doing, I may have talked about it a bit in my previous episodes or whatever, but even just doing like YouTube and stuff like this, video stuff, playing games and talking over it has always kind of been a challenge for me, and in doing it I've gotten a lot more confident and more comfortable with it, but the prospect of success for it or getting viewers and the idea of people actually enjoying watching my content and things like that is really difficult for me to feel very confident about. Like it's hard for me to push my work out there and like advertise it and whatnot, because I feel like why are you doing this? Like, no one's gonna want to watch this stuff, and I have a hard time like bringing myself to the point of being motivated to actually share my work. If you keep up with how I share it, it may not seem like that, but trust me, it is. Like, I have a lot of internal debate a lot of times when I go to share my work. If it's not like, I have a few threads on forums that I keep my videos like up to date posted in as I release them. Oh my god, I'm talking over myself. Anyway, but that's like the extent of like the confidence that I have in my work, is posting it in a thread that I don't really expect anyone to be looking at. When it comes to making more like bold attempts to get my work out there, it's a little bit different. So anyway, like the point is though, is that, confidence is something that, it's one of those tough things to grab, especially if you have issues with low self-esteem and things like that. Like, coming from my perspective, personally, confidence, like self-confidence and whatnot, has been an issue since I was a kid. Like, I even, had like counseling in kindergarten because of it. Like, I wouldn't raise my hand to answer questions and things like that, apparently. So it might just be something kind of like natural to me to be more reserved and like not the type of person to just like jump out there and put myself out there or whatever. But with this YouTube stuff, as I said, that's my attempt to try and do it. And then also the issue of having social anxiety and whatnot, like that is a big hindrance to confidence, because you feel inhibited to do a lot of things that are, normal to most people or whatever, and that can bring your self-esteem down a lot and make you feel like you don't, have anything to offer and things, and it sucks, and it's terrible, and I hate it. I wish I could be more confident, and I also have a problem with being somewhat indecisive, and that can ruin your confidence because you feel like you're constantly like changing things or whatever, and not being consistent in a way that people want you to be or something like that, and it feels like you can't promise things. And when you feel like you can't promise things and follow up with them, then yeah, that's another little hit to the confidence ego bar, whatever you want to call it. So that's another one. But I'm sure a lot of people have other aspects of their life that make them, suffer from lack of confidence, or whatever you want to call it. Obviously, I guess someone who's been bullied or whatever would probably have a big thing with confidence and things like that. But, the question is, if you are either naturally just a more reserved person and you feel self-conscious and you're not confident because of that, or if you have like a reason to be, self-conscious and lack confidence, like social anxiety, or if you've been, bullied or something, or whatever the case may be, then the question is, of course, how do you become confident? How do you make yourself, put yourself out there and face ridicule and rejection and all those things when you just don't feel up to the task or whatever? So honestly, I don't know if I have much in the way of advice to offer to that. This is my attempt at trying to address the issue just by talking about it. So, if you feel like I do, then we're in the same boat together, and congratulations, you've got some very poor company. But, like I said, the thing is like, for me, like, in my attempts to overcome my lack of self-confidence, and like, it's like a wavy thing. It's not like you're suddenly just going to be confident and go for everything. Like, I have days where I feel more confident than others, and days like where, like, one thing is like, if you do something, then you can feel confident if you're happy with the results. So like, a lot of days, if I make a video and I feel like it's a good video, then that boosts my confidence, and I feel like, yeah, maybe this is worth it. This is something. But that's not every day. And even then, like, going back and looking at it again later, like, you can kind of lose confidence and be like, oh, this doesn't seem as good as I thought it was when I first did it. I'm terrible. But for me, with this experience in particular, with YouTube and the gaming videos and stuff, you know, obviously what you're watching right now, it is the fact that I enjoy doing it. And even that can come into question sometimes, like, you know, if you're wanting success or needing it somehow, whatever the case may be, and you're not getting it, then of course your confidence and your ability to just go with the fact that you enjoy it can be hindered, because you feel like, you know, enjoying it isn't enough, like you need to get some kind of return from it or whatever, and that can hinder your motivation and thus, you know, maybe affect your confidence or something like that. Anyway, but for me, like, this is something that I enjoy, right? So doing it is exercising something that I like to do. It's exercising my creativity and my socialness, whatever you want to call it. And it's just something that helps me to feel at least productive to some extent, even if that productive result, I burped, makes me feel less confident because I don't like the result that I got or whatever. But the point is like that you just keep doing it, you know, because part of confidence is the fact that you're afraid to put yourself out there, so you don't do it at all, right? So making it and putting it out there to some extent is just trying to build on the repetition, I guess, of doing something that you're not, you know, typically used to doing. And that's kind of one of the things I've tried to focus on with my stuff, is just to keep doing it even if I don't really feel like it. And like, that's not, you know, possible 100% of the time. And sometimes it sucks when just other things in life get in the way and you can't do it. But you shouldn't let that hinder your confidence, you know? Just, you know, you have to be confident to the point of, I'm going to do it whenever I can, as soon as I can, and try to make sure you get it done. Like, that's the thing, is like, making yourself do something can help you to feel more confident because you feel like you're pushing yourself. And when you push yourself and you accomplish something, it kind of gives you that little boost that, you know, you're not going to let your low spirits keep you from being productive, and that can kind of help your confidence too. And of course, there is like the confidence boost that you get from, like, say, a comment. If like, in terms, like, we're on YouTube, right, or some kind of video format, and you get comments on it. So I'm just using this as a context. If you get comments either on the internet or in person on something that you do, and they're positive, that gives you that little boost, and it makes you feel like, yeah, I did it. But the point is if you don't get that, then those little boosts aren't going to be there, right? So you can't, like, rely on that to give you your confidence. Like, you need to have something inherent that's going to be there when nothing else is, you know? And that's what I'm saying with the whole like being productive, pushing yourself and all those things, is like you have to find a way to generate confidence, to generate motivation for yourself, because it's only when you do that and make the result that you even have a chance to get the little confidence boosting comments or whatever. And then even then you may not get those confidence boosting comments. You may get really negative trolling comments or something, and you know, that'll bring you down even more. So like if you're not doing something because you love to do it, or that you want to do it, or that you have a need to do, then everything is going to tear you down. Like everything or nothing, like whatever it is, if there's something that's tearing you down or there's nothing there at all, it'll work against you. So like the first thing you need is to make sure that you're doing something that you want to do. And you have to do it because you want to do it. If you rely on any outside help, as you're like not saying, oh my God, I'm not saying that outside help isn't a good thing and that you shouldn't accept it. What I'm saying is that can't be your sole reason for doing something. That should be exactly what it is. It should be an aid. It should be help to help you do something that you want to do to begin with. And you know, sometimes for things that help's not going to be there. So you have to have that reinforced fortitude inside yourself that makes you do it. And then that's what you have to build on in order to push yourself to go farther. And if you can make those first little steps, then that can help you make the next step and keep going. But you have to remember, before you do something, that you're doing it for yourself or for someone else or whatever the case may be that drives you to do something, and make yourself keep that close to heart so that when you step out there and you step out in front of that semi truck that is scrutiny and judgment and the opinions of other people that could very well be extremely negative, or completely just rejecting, that it's worth it when you do it. Some people don't have problems with confidence, and they just do it and like will actually be surprised if people don't like what they're putting out there or whatever, and that's fine. I wish I could be that way myself. But if you're not like that, then you may need to exercise a little bit of, you know, happy sauce to make yourself feel like you're doing something that deserves to be done and that is worthy of being seen and experienced by others. So that's just, you know, my opinion on the matter. I don't really know if that was very coherent or helpful to anyone or anything, but that's just, you know, that's my experience, and it's something that I deal with every day, and I'm trying to deal with it and trying to find healthy ways of improving myself and whatnot. And I hope that maybe this has inspired you, or at least incited, what is it? What's the word? I don't know. Instigated discussion or something. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Discuss your confidence with me, and we'll have a good old pity party or something. I don't know. We'll lift each other up. That's what we do, right? That's what this is all about. Oh, man. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I've gotten to that point of the video. Anyway, that's it. If you think there's something that I missed, or there was something I should have touched on, or something that you would like me to talk about, then let me know. Give me ideas for another philosophy. My opinion is the best opinion in the world video. And of course, that's not true, but you know what I'm saying. Or am I? I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway. I'm doing it again. Anyway, that is it. I hope you enjoyed the video or found it helpful or insightful or something in some way, form, or fashion. And if you did, feel free to hit that like button, to comment. Let me know what you think. Give me ideas and discuss the ideas and things with me. And, subscribe to become a citizen today. A citizen of the Bish world. Alright? Anyway, thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.